Hi everybody, just a quick follow-on video for you from Friday's video. On Friday I put a video out called Arrogance or Honesty, where I wanted to talk about the process that we go through in evaluating our work and finding if it's good enough. And I suggested that the flip side of that was not then that it's not arrogant to say that you've done a good job. I used these little painted tables as a metaphor, if you like, as a lens to look at that process, that evaluation process. And I got an awful lot of comments on that video from people advising me on how to finish the cut edges of my MDF. Thank you very much, everybody who took time to watch the video and comment. Finishing the cut edges of MDF isn't really a problem for me. It's not a problem I have. I've done a whole 7-part series on how to do that. You can check that out at an early video on the channel. But really, this was all more about the process by which you have to go through to establish whether or not something was good enough. A lot of people in the comments suggested that I discuss this with the client. Well, my client is not the end user. My client's the interior designer who's designed this and commissioned me to build it for them. In this particular instance, they also asked me to paint for them. I don't normally do that for them, and I would typically just finish this in raw MDF and send it off to whoever does the spraying. A number of people suggested that I talk to the spray shop. I've no idea who that is. That's all handled by the interior designers. It gets picked up by a van and it goes off somewhere to be sprayed. I rarely get to see the finished article. So I am just a small cog in the whole process for these. It's unusual for me to get involved in the spraying of these, and I think I said at the start of that video that this is the first one that I've done, and it certainly shows. It's taken me a long time to get a good finish on these. And in fact, if the definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, then the whole of the last week has definitely been a period of madness, with sanity prevailing on Sunday morning. I've been in every day with these, rubbing them down and spraying them, and then the next day rubbing them down and spraying them, and again and again and again. I came in on Sunday morning, looked at these and thought, you know what? I could rub this down and spray it again and again and again until the end of the month, and I wouldn't get a better finish than this. So I'm sure the professional sprayers would produce a different finish. Whether that would be better or not is possibly in the eye of the beholder, or perhaps the eye of the person who pays for it. But I'm perfectly happy with this. I'm very happy with the standard of finish that I've got on it, and it's time for me to call this a day and move on. I still haven't got the feet for these. They're somewhere. When I get those, I'll be able to fit those and get the product out of here. I have now finally got my workshop back as well, so I can move on with all the other projects that I've got lined up. But that was it. Just wanted to say thank you very much to everybody who took time to comment in the previous video, and just to let you know that this is now finished and done, certainly to my standards, to the standards that I can work to. Whether that's acceptable to other people's standards, well, we'll have to see. But at some point, you can do no more. You just got to ship it off and see what they say. There will, of course, in future be a full build video on these little tables, because they were interesting to do. And the whole process, I think I mentioned in the previous video, has certainly made me reconsider how they're constructed and to see if I can get a cleaner way of making them in future, if indeed any more come along. But that, of course, is for a future video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.